Heal broken hearts, help the lovelorn, and guide the lost. The doctor will now hear his first patient.
All right, here we go. Some serious problems tonight. I can handle it. I heal the brokenhearted every night about this same time. You have a love problem, but you're maybe a little too scared to call me tonight. That's fine. You can work up the courage and do it tomorrow night. You still there, bud?
Yeah.
All right, one more time from the top now. You just moved down here from where, Nebraska?
Yeah.
Yeah. What brought you down here?
Well, my brother lives down here, and I wanted to come stay with him.
Oh, I see.
So close with him.
So what's the scoop with you and your lady?
Well, she's playing head games with me, mind games.
They're really good at that, aren't they?
Yeah. But the thing is, I met a girl when I came down here, and I really like her a lot, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really close and attached with my fiancé.
Okay. Fiancé's still up in Nebraska?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you here for good? Are you here to stay?
Well, no, I'm just going to be down here until next spring.
So you're talking another 6 months?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The way things are going with this girl I met down here, she might be coming back up there with me.
Ooh. Okay. Well, sounds like, what's the problem? Your old girl is playing you head games and she's in Nebraska, and you got a new girl here who you're madly in love with.
Well, the thing is, I love her, and, I'm real attached to her, and, I just don't know what I should do. I don't want to hurt her.
The girl in Nebraska?
Right.
Well, what kind of games is she playing when you say head games? What kind of things is she doing here?
Well, she'll come out to see me, and then she'll turn around and go and be with other people, and I find out she's with other guys.
But she's in Nebraska.
Well, when I was staying up there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, I called her the other night,
Mm-hmm.
when she was acting real weird, telling me she had to go. She was getting ready to walk out the door, like she didn't even want to talk to me.
Yeah. Well, when you moved down here, did you guys have any kind of an understanding, like, you're free to see other people, or what was the word when you left?
I told her I was going to make some money and have her come down here, and we were going to get married down here.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, evidently she changed her mind the way she's been acting.
Mm-hmm. So she, when you bring the idea up of her coming down here, what happens?
She does, totally changes the subject.
Blows it off big time, huh? Well, it's kind of an ugly situation. I think you need to be totally honest with each other. You need to say, when you're on, it's difficult anytime when you have a long distance relationship, anytime, because you're away from each other. All you got's the phone, which isn't worth a darn, and it's the next best thing to being there, but that's about all. And it's really an ugly situation. If I were you, I would, next time you're on the phone with her, I would say, look, we're not kids. What is the deal? Be honest with me. Are we going to keep this thing together, or am I just wasting my time? Because I've got a life to live, and I'm not going to, I love you to death, but if you want to see other people, tell me now so I can get on with my life and, and move on. So I'm not, down here driving myself crazy all the time. And ask her honestly. And then, does she have your phone number?
Yes.
Do you always call her?
Yes.
And then what you do is you say, you call me when you've made a decision, and you don't call her, and you leave her alone. And you wait and you see. And if she doesn't ever call, then you know what happened.
What about the other girl down here, though?
Well, how do you feel about her?
I really like her a lot.
Okay. I think you ought to be real careful about rushing into stuff. Here you're telling me you're engaged to this girl, and now you're already talking about moving with this other girl and all this stuff. Got to be real careful about that rebound thing. Because when you're real tight with somebody and you're real close with somebody, and then it splits up for whatever reason, then the first thing you want to do is run right out and get back in there. That's your first impulse, because you were so close to somebody for so long, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And all those feelings, it's like, oh God, I was so close to this girl, and oh my God, we were so much in love, and now I don't have anything. So, your heart's saying, we can find somebody else. We'll just go get somebody else. That's what we'll do. Yeah. But it just doesn't always work that way, because the next thing you do, you team up with somebody for the wrong reason, and it just cycles and does it over and over again. So just be real careful about rushing into things with this new girl. Okay, man?
What?
Have I helped you?
Yes, you have.
Okay, good. Well, I definitely call up that girl and say, look, what is the scoop? And quit jerking me around here. And be honest with her,
Okay.
Okay, bud, we'll see you. One down, one to go. You still there, man?
Yeah, man.
It's guys' night here with the doc. What's up?
Well, see, my girlfriend broke up with me the other night.
Uh-oh.
And now, at school, she's telling everybody that she don't want me to be around her. She don't want me to talk to her. She don't want me to even have my name being mentioned in a conversation.
Well, God, what happened that she would be so ugly?
Well,
I mean, surely something must have happened. I mean, people don't just all of a sudden wake up and say, "Oh, I hate this person's guts." You know, I mean, something had to build over a while or something. What you guys been getting in a lot of arguments lately, or?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Her best friend, I was talking to her best friend, and she said that she was treating me like a dog, and I was following her around and everything. And then when I finally get to where I can't take it no more, and I tell her that I'm not going to do this anymore, then she wants to break up.
So she wants a guy to be her little handmaiden and go fetch whenever she wants, huh?
About like that.
Yeah. She wants you to be at her beck and call, and then when you finally say, "Hey, wait a minute, this is supposed to be 50-50 here," then she says, "Uh-uh."
Yeah, and then I called her best friend tonight, and I had talked to her earlier, and then I hung up on her because she got me mad.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to her best friend, and her best friend said that, well, she was waiting on you to hang up. That's what she wanted you to do.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta watch it when you're talking to best friends now, because you gotta realize, you gotta remember whose side is she on, who is she gonna be loyal to. Those friends are gonna be loyal to her. They're not gonna be loyal to you. You're the guy. You're the nasty evil guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not trying to put down the ladies here, but those ladies band together just like the guys do. And, you know, any girl's best friend is going to be siding with her. They're not going to be looking out for your best interest. So you need to be careful about what you discuss with them and what they say, you know, when you're trying to play the game here, because they're going to be trying to suck you for information, you know?
Yeah,
and then she's going to be feeding it back to her. Well, this is what he said. He said this, and he said this, and he said this. This is how we'll do it. We'll get rid of him this way. So you need to be careful when you're talking to her buddy there.
Yeah, and I talked to her today at school, and I asked her, I said, well, we can be friends and all, you know. We can just chill out until, you know, like, we can get back together later. And then she tells me, well, let's wait and see what happens. And then she calls her friend tonight and tells her that she doesn't want me even being around.
Well, that's, you know, then there's nothing you can do, man. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You can't force somebody to love you. You can't, you know, for some weird reason, you know, she doesn't want to see you anymore, and you can't make somebody, you know, come back. You can't drag them back, even though you want to. You know, you want to chase them down, you want to hunt them down and drag them back by the foot, you know, it just doesn't work that way. And unfortunately, I think pretty much my advice to you is the same as advice I gave to the last guy. Tell her, hey, here I am, you know. If you want to, you know my number. If you want to get back, give me a call. And, you know, if she calls, great. If she doesn't, oh well, it wasn't meant to be, and move on. And, you know, it's a real ugly situation. It's real one-sided, you know, because, of course, you're sitting there, you know, waiting by the phone, and which I don't think you should do. I think you should get right back out there and start, you know, seeing some other people. Don't dive into a relationship, but, you know, date around, see a couple other girls.
I was in love with this girl, man. I can't help it.
Well, but
I just stuck on her.
But, you know, but it looks pretty hopeless, wouldn't you say? She tells her friend that she doesn't even want your name spoken. I mean, that's a pretty evil thing to say. You just don't say that when people break up. You know, you say ugly things, but you just don't say things like that. I mean, that's pretty. Ooh, I mean, that's pretty intense. I mean, something pretty heavy has happened for her to get all crazy like this.
Yeah, she tells me she wants to be friends, and then she tells her friend that she doesn't want to see me at all.
Well, I'm not saying that you should give up on the thing at all. I'm just saying you should give her some time to figure out what the heck she's thinking. Because obviously she's a little confused, because she tells you one thing, she tells her friend something else, you get 3 or 4 different stories. You know, I would just tell her, say, look, you know my number. If you want to make it work, give me a call, and I'm more than willing to talk to you about it. And just, you know, and if you know, I know you love her to death, man. I know it's going to be real hard. It's going to be tough as nails to not call her and leave her alone and everything. But, you know, sometimes a little bit of time away from somebody, because when you're hounding somebody all the time and you're coming around them all the time, they're always pushing you away. Leave me alone. Get away from me. You're always all over. You're hanging all over me. Get away from me. You know, but if you leave them alone for a little while, they'll kind of look around and go, huh, where'd he go? He's not here anymore. Oh, man, I'll give him a call. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I think you should just give her some space, let her know how you feel, and just kind of let it drop. It's going to be kind of hard, but hang in there and just see what she does, man. You can't force her. That's the worst thing you can do. It'll just make her run away even more.
The advice and opinions of the doctor are not necessarily those of the management of Q107 or anyone else for that matter.